a nearly 2-year bipartisan investigation into medical mistreatment of women in U.S. detention.
Female detainees were subjected to excessive, invasive, and often unnecessary gynecological procedures.
Women pressured to have surgery that was not medically indicated and to which they did not consent.
I went through hell. We're not animals, we're human.
I can't think of much of anything worse than this. Unnecessary surgeries performed on prisoners. Give me a break.
Tonight, a major military housing contractor under fire on Capitol Hill after an 8-month-long Senate investigation.
The contractor has put the health and safety of military families at risk.
My daughter, her skin, once youthful and supple, is now reptilian in nature, hands covered in blood. How do you explain to an 8-year-old child why she should endure something like that?
Today, the company's executives on the hot seat.
Am I correct that this scheme to defraud the United States included the falsification and destruction of work order records?
It did.
The Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations heard from 3 whistleblowers talking about corruption, abuse, and misconduct.
Inhumane conditions at Atlanta's federal penitentiary.
What I witnessed was outrageous.
Deplorable and punitive conditions.
Numerous policy violations which put the staff, inmates, and the local community in danger.
As an unprecedented move, Senator Ossoff subpoenaed the director of the Federal Bureau to testify at today's hearing.
What action did you take?
I would expect that the assistant director and the regional directors take the appropriate action.
But the buck stops with you. We established that, didn't we, Director?
Senator.
So you took no action, did you, Director Carvajal?
It wasn't brought to my attention. That was a failure.
You took no action, and the buck stops with you, correct?
Correct.
A damning and disturbing new Senate report.
It found that Bureau of Prison employees sexually abused female prisoners in at least 19 of the 29 federal prisons that house women.
He told me that my cell was in a perfect area because the security cameras could not see him coming or going.
The warden and the chaplain were sexually abusing female prisoners.
They can do anything they want, and they do.
A new Senate report found that in 2021,
the Department of Justice failed to count and report nearly 1,000 deaths in jails and prisons.
Matthew died a slow, painful death over the course of weeks, and no one, not the infirmary staff, the sheriff's office, or the district attorney, was willing to help.
I tell you Jonathan's story for every family who has experienced the same, and I hope in doing so, we can improve our beloved nation.
This has nothing to do with politics, by the way. Democratic and Republican members of this subcommittee have been working together to understand why there are these shocking gaps in federal oversight.